Good morning, young Groms. We are up again today. I am still injured, but we are still working towards our goal of dunking a basketball. Alright guys, so I just finished doing a little core workout. I still want to do some stretching, and I'm probably going to stretch for like 30 minutes. But before I start stretching, I wanted to do a little bit of anatomy. So I'm going to teach you guys some anatomy. So this segment is going to be some like fun, exciting anatomy that I like, or that are my favorite parts of the human body. I know a little bit of anatomy from my time at Holy Cross. I took comparative anatomy and we learned about different vertebrates, so like sharks, cats, alligators. We learned a lot of different species. But right now we are going to do our first piece of anatomy, which is the zygomatic bone. It is right here on humans, and you can see it in this diagram right there. So that's your zygomatic bone. And since I took comparative anatomy, an interesting fun fact about that is that it is conserved across like pretty much all vertebrates. So dogs have this, alligators have it, sharks have it also, so it's pretty exciting and pretty interesting. I think sharks have it, I'm not sure. Alright, so for our second piece of anatomy for today is the olecranon. It is basically the pointy part of your elbow, and I really like the word olecranon because it kind of sounds like a superhero or something. And it's right here on the diagram. Right, so for our third and final piece of anatomy for today is the iliac crest. It is part of your hip bone, and the hip is made up of the ilium, the ischium, and the pubis. So you always want to remember those. Those are very important. And the iliac crest is right there. So the ilium is right here. The pubis is in front here, and I'm not really sure where the ischium is. Let's take a look. The ischium. The ischium is down here. Okay. So now we know. So now we know the three parts of the hip, and we know where the iliac crest is, we know where the olecranon is, and we know where the zygomatic arch is. So that's all the anatomy we're going to learn today, and now let's get into some stretching. Young Groms, looks like we got a new addition to the quiver because I just opened the front door and look what we got outside. Yep, I think that's the new Costco quiver. All right, here we go. We're gonna open this up and see what's inside. Look at this thing. Around last week, I brought my 4 old beat-up Costco boards because there's a lifetime warranty to Costco. Alright guys, so I just rolled up to Costco and I got the 4 Wave Storms with me, and I'm about to go return them. And I brought them back and got $400 in credit. Now I bought them for all 99 bucks, and the price of surfboards has increased a lot. So all I was able to get was this junior stand-up paddleboard and another 8-footer, which is probably coming some other time. But this is pretty sick to get. Got a cool paddle, and I'm definitely way too heavy to stand a paddleboard on this thing, but I think it'll be cool to ride as like a surfboard, and instead of just getting another 8-foot Costco board, surfboard, to get like this cool stand-up paddleboard. And it's a single fin, so we're gonna be styling out there. Alright, it took a little bit of figuring out, but we got the single fin in and we're ready to rip. I just wish I was able to surf right now, and that'd be pretty cool. I'd take this thing out tonight and go get some waves on it. Slowly building the quiver back up one by one, and I'm super excited to surf this thing all over. Definitely gonna beat this thing to death like all the other ones. Do some bomb drops up in New England, ride this in the rocks, ride it in the reef, you know, take it all over.
Baron Hill Drive.